Any order? Comments from the public? No, we'll do it later on then. Minutes of the previous meeting. The regular meeting of May 21st, 2012, and the regular meeting of May 31st, 2012. Any motion?
Motion to approve the minutes for the regular meeting of May 21st and May 31st, 2012.
Second?
Any discussions? No discussion? Vote by use of sign of aye.
Aye.
Bills, everybody's got a copy of them.
We have no additions or deletions tonight.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills tonight.
Seconded.
Any discussion? No discussion. Vote by use of sign of aye.
Aye.
Okay, correspondence.
I only have one item. Let me get it here. It's a press release that's gonna be going out from the mayor. It says the mayor of the village of Rouses Point wishes to announce that on the third Saturday of each month, commencing on June 16, 2012, from 11 a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m., he will hold an informal meeting to discuss residents' concerns, village issues, and the village's future. The session will give residents the opportunity to address any issues they may have with the village of Rouses Point. These will be held here at the Civic Center. That's all I have. Huh? June 16th is the first one. It's going to be the third Monday of each month. Excuse me, Saturday.
Yeah, be the third Saturday of every month.
Yeah.
That's a good idea to do that.
11 to 1. Anybody's got anything they want to discuss or any input of any kind? Any hollering and swearing at me, that's fine. I'll do that day. Reports from the mayor and trustees. Discuss approval for the June revitalization project work plan. Did you have on that, Billy?
Well, basically what Melissa did was give us a heads up for June. She's estimating 13 hours of work that she's going to provide the village. I have questions on 3 hours of it. The other stuff is up for grabs. I mean, she's going to provide a package to info to the contractors. I don't know where that bid process is. I haven't heard anything.
No.
They're out.
The bids are all out and they come back in on the 25th
25th.
of June.
Okay, so that's what that is.
That's for the railroad station.
The question I had, of course, was the conduit. But Brian says we have all the conduit already.
Yeah, we're all set with that.
So, depending on the way the bids come in, we're gonna push forward with the D&H project. We really have no choice. If the bids are too high, then we're gonna wash our hands of it
Yep.
and pay back what we owe.
Now, do you really think that them bids are really gonna come in that low?
I don't really think so either, Ben.
I don't think they're gonna drop, $300,000, that's
No,
for sure.
no, I don't think so either.
Anyhow,
And the time frame is, I think the deadline was
February, the end of February.
Well,
No.
January 15th, I think, was the construction had to be ended.
Because all the bills and everything's got to be put in by February 13th.
So you,
Right.
when you reduce the time, the contractors add on.
Big month.
So we're looking at a worst case scenario. If the bids are too high and doesn't work, we gotta find $165,000, I think, to give back to the state.
But that's, we've made a lot of matches. Our matches have been made anyways. So hopefully the state would consider that. I don't know if they will or not. We'll have to work with them.
I would love to see them just come in here and take all the lead and whatever else they got in there, we'll just board it up, and someday if we got money, we'll do something with it.
He's gonna have to do something pretty soon, because it's falling down.
Oh, yeah,
gee,
no, I know.
yes.
Yeah, it's falling down, I mean,
But
if you don't do something soon, it's,
$165,000.
No worse
to
than
pay
it.
that back.
You know, it's better off to tear it down. If you can, you might have a problem tearing it down, because
Well,
Historical
yeah,
Society.
Historical Society now, I don't know.
we're
if
stuck
they
with
could.
it, yes, because it's historical site, and it's got lead and asbestos, and I think $165,000 that we have to pay back to the state wouldn't even cover tearing that down.
Yeah.
So we're stuck with it, basically.
Well, we need to vote on it.
We have to deal with it.
Yeah, we need to vote on this one.
So, let me ask you, can I ask another question?
Sure, but
What about the street lighting and stuff then?
we got all that.
No, I'm saying you got all that, but if that don't go through, if you come back with the bids, are you putting the street lighting in before all the bids come back?
Oh, no. The street lighting's, the street, we can't do nothing with Pratt Street until Champlain Telephone Company gets on board with us. That's why we're not tackling it this year. They're broke, they said, so hopefully next year, they said they were hoping to have the money.
That's a different grant, Benny, too.
Yeah, that's a different grant,
That's
yeah.
a 2011 EPF water fund.
Yeah,
I would like to at least put this off until the bids come in. I'd like to make a motion to put this off until the bids come in.
She's only looking to approve her plan, though.
That's right.
And it's just a plan, so if D&H doesn't come through, we can take her hours out.
Yeah, but if we approve it, we're still gonna have to pay her right now up until,
yeah, she's looking to get paid, my opinion.
I wanna put it on hold until we see the bids. I don't pay anything.
That's 2 more weeks.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be 3 weeks, actually. It's the 25th, the bids come out.
Yeah,
I'd like to make a motion to put this off until the bids come in.
It won't take 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it's gonna be life or death.
no, no. Well, I need a second.
I'll second it.
Any discussions? You're reading pretty hard there, babe.
No, I just don't agree with what you guys read into this, so it's okay.
Is she actually doing any work now? Yeah.
Oh, she has been, we're in June already,
Yeah.
so she has done
Yeah.
some work, we know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I've been getting some emails from her.
Yeah, some of this stuff is relevant. She's closed out 2 of the older ones already.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this other stuff about the conduit purchase and all that stuff, I don't wanna get into more cash when we don't even know what the bids are. And the rest of this stuff
When
is,
the bids
I agree with what you're saying, there's really nothing here, but I'd rather not put a vote on this until we get the bids.
Okay, you got a second? Is there any other discussion? Vote by the usual sign, no, or aye, I mean.
Aye.
Aye?
No.
Aye.
Aye. That we got next. Okay, trustee Jefferson, I took from,
Okay, thank you, Mayor Baker. The only thing I have on my agenda tonight is I requested an executive session to discuss an electric issue, and I'll put that in form of a motion.
Seconded.
any discussion? Roll call vote.
Aye?
Aye.
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 Mayor votes aye.
Okay, and the other thing I have, it's not on the agenda, but we're going ahead with the contract negotiations. I got a call today from Jackie Kelleher's office. Trustee Maskell and I are going to be on the committee to negotiate the contract. So we're gonna be working on that in the month of June. So that's all I have to report tonight. Thank you.
Excuse me, there's supplemental, Brian?
Oh, there is a supplement, I'm sorry. Okay, and then the other item on my agenda tonight is I'd like to make a motion to authorize 3 to attend the meeting in Lake Placid for the shared services grant. Put that in form of a motion.
Seconded.
Any discussion? What it is, tomorrow we gotta go to Lake Placid to, it's for the shared service on the water and sewer from Ross's Point to Champlain. And we gotta meet with the engineers and stuff up there. So that's what this is about.
3 of us, doesn't matter, 3 or 2,
Huh?
or 3, one
I don't know. It says 3 on the agenda.
Yeah.
Well, originally, we thought maybe there'd be 3 to go,
other.
but
Just leaving it open just in case.
You're going?
Just, yeah, there's 2 of us.
I'm going.
Yeah, I can't go because my aunt's sick.
They're working.
what about you, Brian? You're back.
We gotta be up there for 11:15. So two of us, or, I don't know if Brian would like to go or not.
I can't,
He's going to Tupper the next day.
Yeah, we both gotta go to Tupper the next day. Okay, then it would be two of us, we went.
Two, there's two.
Yep.
And that's all I have to report on my agenda tonight. Thank you, Mayor Baker.
Okay, right.
Do we need to hold the authorization?
We put it on the motion.
I didn't know if we needed to vote on it or.
Yeah, we didn't vote on it.
Okay, put in the form of motion to, have, two authorized to go to Lake Placid for the sheriff's services grant.
I'll second.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't vote on it.
Okay. Vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye. I got a couple of things, Mr. Mayor. First, want to discuss the water plant personnel. Brian Delano has agreed to take up, for a 6 months period as temporary being person in charge of the water plant. And I'd like to put that in the form of a motion.
Second?
Discussion? No discussion, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Also have a vertical turbine pump repair in the water plant. Seems that it needs to be repaired. The guys did get a hold of a fella that would come down, Paul Romer. Did I get his name right?
Yeah, Romer.
He'd be the one coming down to assist with it.
He is in sales. The one that's gonna assist is this Art Evans. And I copied the whole board on this paperwork. What it is the two large pumps in the water plant. We're gonna be taking, we're gonna be pulling one for repairs. And with this Art Evans is an instructor, and through the health department, we're gonna get training for like contact hours. So he's gonna show us how to take this whole pump apart, repair it, and put it back in service for the price that he, was on the quote. And, we get contact hours for our, water licenses, and, we get shown how to properly repair the vertical pump in the water plant, and once we get one done, then we're gonna do the other one.
Why don't we videotape it too?
We could,
Good, yeah.
definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
Great idea.
Good idea, because that means
Yeah, then you can actually see it.
what's going on, yeah.
We've had vibration problems in two of them. And the vertical pumps are supposed to last 20 years. And, they were replaced in '06, and one was turned on and it had a slight knocking noise. We thought we got most of the noise out of it, but there's still something wrong. I talked to the salesman, this, Paul Romer. He told us that the quality of the shafts that we were buying are too soft of the shafts. And when the pump hangs off the bottom of that shaft, and when that motor starts, there's 75 horsepower motors, it twists the shaft, and it seems to bend the shafts, and that's where he thinks the problem is. So we're gonna go to a harder grade shaft, and hopefully that'll correct our problems. But once we, repair these two main pumps, we'll be in good shape for hopefully another 20 years on those two pumps.
Excellent.
How much to buy a new shaft?
The parts, when I talked to Paul, the parts that we need are not expensive, they're not over the top. He's estimating under $3,000. Well, we're gonna get parts for two pumps at one shop, because once we get these pumps out, he's gonna take all the serial numbers, the model numbers, everything off that we need. And we do have one bowl assembly in stock for in case of emergency. And we're gonna make sure that all three are compatible. So, in the future, we'll have parts on hand, which the water plant does an excellent job of having spare parts on hand. I just wanna make sure we get the right parts for the right pump. And it's a preventive maintenance type of thing also. Like when we take the motors off, we already contacted the place where we have our motors rebuilt. They're gonna put new bearings in the motors for us to make sure that in 5 years, we don't have to pull the motors back off. You know, like the guy said, they should last 20 years.
When you go to Karen's?
Yeah, Tom Cairns for the motors, and
They're good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's better to fix it before it breaks.
so there will be a crane service. We get somebody locally, that's minimum. I mean, I can get you some closer estimates, but if you see on the emails, it shows for his professional service and plus expenses are around $2,400. That's to come up to give the class and show us exactly what that pump consists of and how all the tolerances and all the preventive maintenance to make sure it'll last.
Money well spent.
Yeah.
If you're the guys get to have all the knowledge, and be able to do the next one if something goes wrong themselves.
Oh,
It
exactly.
would be a well worth expense, instead of having people sent down to
Yeah,
other places to get glasses.
we were planning to have most of the water plant operators there and most of the guys that do the service work out on our distribution system. Whoever has a Class D water license will be on site for this training.
Good.
And like you said, if you want, if we can video it also.
Take this one right here.
Because once we do one, I mean, the other one should be, there's 4 pumps in the water plant. There's 2 small ones and 2 large ones. And these are the 2 large ones that we want to do. The 2 small ones are in great shape, so.
Okay, I need a vote on that.
Okay,
It's $2,400.
Let's put it into a form of a motion.
okay, yeah.
Second.
Okay, any discussion, more discussion? Being none, vote by the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
And the mayor votes aye.
Just have one more thing, sir.
Okay.
The NCCS Choir and Jazz Band, they will be performing here at the Civic Center stage on Thursday, June 7th at 7 p.m. They are sponsored by Stewart's. So anybody who likes to come on down, listen to some music.
Very good. Okay, very good. Let's see, Justine Maskell. Trustee Reed.
Just a quick update on 4th of July. We have a full calendar of events from Friday, starting at 4 p.m. On June 29th, going to July 1st, including our parade and fireworks. We've been confirmed. We have live music on stage all 3 days. You can find the schedule of events currently online at the RousesPointNewYork.com website.
Very good. Okay. Arson.
The only thing I have to report is the tax bills were sent out last week, and everybody wants to hear about that. We're starting from there.
What's that?
I said the tax bills, were sent out last week, and they're starting to come in. I also have, forgot my memo. I might as well just read it to you. This memo I was sent to all the board members. It says, our software company for utility billing, USTI, is finally capable of e-billing our monthly utility bills in the Assist program to customers who wish to participate in this service. It also has the ability to allow the customers to pay their bill online. Tracy and I participated in a webinar last week on this subject, and the following information was provided. For the e-billing, one, it provides both the convenience for the customer and dramatic cost savings for the village. 2, it allows the customers to view their utility bill at a secure web server with an account number and a PIN. 3, all e-bill customers that have an email address will automatically be sent an email notification that a new e-bill has arrived. 4, e-bills can be printed and stored physically by the customer, or it can be downloaded as a PDF file and stored digitally on the customer's computer. And 5, e-bills remain online until the next billing cycle of the village. The e-payment for PayPal permits the customers to make credit card, debit card payments to pay the utility bills. It's based on the customer's pay model for paying credit card processing fees. That is, the customer who avails themselves of the convenience of being able to use a credit card pays for the convenience. 3, it permits the village to download on our schedule all payments received over our website and to automatically post this batch of payments in the Assist utility module. The village receives 100% the amount due on the customer's bill. There's no manual entry of payments are needed. The costs, there's a one-time activation fee of $195. There's a $10 monthly support fee, and whoever signs up for the e-bills, there's an 8-cent per bill cost. The accounting department, we're asking permission to move forward with the service. Customers will have the choice of receiving their utility bill by the U.S. Post Office or by e-bill, but not both. I called the city of Plattsburgh City Chamber's office last week, and that's how they do it. When you go online, you sign up for one or the other. Right now, it's costing the village 42.4 cents per bill to mail. E-bill mail cost would be 8 cents for an e-bill. The customer has to pay the convenience fee, so there are no credit card fees, et cetera, to the village. USTI would do a direct deposit to our designated checking account the next day for any payment posted by 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. And by providing this service, our customers have access to the utility accounts 24/7. So we're asking permission to go ahead with that.
Okay.
If anybody has any comments or anything?
I have a question. If you get an e-bill, can you still pay by check and bring it into the office? Or do you have to pay
Oh,
online?
yes.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you can go anyway.
I think it's a good idea.
You're saving 38 cents. Yeah.
Yeah. I did just some minor calculations. If just half the people that pay electric bills right now by hand signed up, we'd save over $3,000 a year. So as more people sign up, it gets cheaper for the village.
Yeah.
If just a quarter signed up, that's not very many people. I think it's 144 people. No,
No,
it's
about-
280, it's 340 some odd.
Yeah.
We would save $1,700 a year. So it'll pay for itself if just less than a quarter sign up. So in the end, it's cheaper for the village. Our mailing bills are gonna go down, our operational costs are gonna go down, and as more people get online, they start paying, the village supposedly pays less. 8 cents instead of 42 cents for each one.
Yeah.
It's a big savings. Okay.
I'll put that in form of a motion then if you want a motion on this.
Yep, we're gonna have them go, yep.
Seconded.
Any other discussions? Being no discussion, vote by the sign of aye.
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 The mayor votes aye. Okay. Open the meeting to the public. Right, no, okay, I'm sorry, Ryan.
In the budget, we have proposed to do 2 streets with curbing with a total cost of $40,640. We usually contract this out to, they come in with a machine, it's called a slip form machine, and they pour them. What we're proposing is to buy our own forms and do it ourselves. And it's a savings. If the company comes in and does the slip forms, it's $42,780. If we do the same work, we can do it for $23,800, and we'll have the forms ourselves to continue doing other streets, if, you know, like Academy Street, Lower Chapman, State Street, then we'll have the forms ourselves. It's we contacted H.D. Harris in Plattsburgh, and they give us all kinds of quotes on different kind of styles forms that people are using. And for the money, I think we can save ourselves some money. We'll have our own forms to continue doing curbing ourselves eventually. Since we're not going forward with the Pratt Street project, I mean, there'll be additional work for the street crew and possibly the electric crew can work on this.
Yeah.
So it would be a savings of, well, it'd go from $42,780 to $23,800.
That's a nice savings.
What streets are you gonna start working on?
We're gonna do White and Pearl this year. That was that was in the budget.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like we were talking today, when the state comes through and grinds Main Street, which they're proposing to do this year, maybe we can have this company grind those 2 streets and save us some money.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, leave them rough for the winter, then in the spring, we can blacktop them, they'll be ready to go. Just trying to save money different ways.
Smart business.
Smart.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we're trying to do.
Yeah. Very good idea.
So I guess I'm looking to do an alter on that change of going from having a company come in and do the curbing to us doing it, for us to purchase the forms and do it ourselves.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to purchase the forms.
I'll second it.
Any other discussions? Any no discussions, vote by use the sign of aye.
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 Right. And one other thing I had is, Lake Shore will be, hopefully, be weed whacked from the south end all the way down to Montgomery Street, before the 4th of July. I met with the sergeant from the prison. He's sending the paperwork in so we can, get the prisoners to do it for us. That's it.
We'd like to use them a little bit more in the village this summer too.
Yeah.
There's some cleanup along the lake.
Yeah.
Usually what we do is we have them come in, work a week, and then usually on Friday we buy pizza for them.
Yeah.
Somebody from the board chips in, and once a week or every couple of weeks we buy them pizza. It seems like we get more work out of them, and works good for the village. It saves us money.
Very good. Good. Okay, we will open the meeting to the public. Anybody got anything?
Mr.
John?
Mayor, the only thing is, with Brian there, having the people come in and do that pumping deal, we won't have to send our local men out to get their contact hours. If they can pick up some hours of this job, then we won't have to send them somewhere else to keep, because everybody that has a C license has to have X number of contact hours all the time. This is really gonna save the village some money.
Yep. Yes, it will.
This is a really good deal here.
Yep. It is.
Smart.
Yep.
And we can open it up to like the village of Champlain or the town of Champlain, if they wanna have, come and get their contact hours. I mean, it would be like a regular training course.
Yep. And if we videotape it too, we can say, here, take this too, and then you, I mean, they won't be doing the same thing.
No, but it's good basic knowledge
Yeah.
on how these pumps work.
That's good.
When we open that up, we'll call it shared services, so we can get a benefit on that.
We won't charge you too much to attend.
No, free for you, John. Now your boys still.
Okay. Anybody else?
Not even the railroad station? Nothing?
No.
Well, I have one question, Bill, is, the board, where are you gonna get the $165,000 to pay the state back?
That's one of the problems that we have.
If we're not doing Pratt Street, there's money right there from saving from doing Pratt Street that we could get. That's
Well,
already in the
right.
budget.
Right now, it's my understanding that we're covered by that we've done enough already to cover that $165,000 when we do finish up Pratt Street too.
Is there any way we could, try pour them out to our representatives in the state and the federal?
No, we definitely gonna have to talk to somebody if we got anything left we gotta pay. But right now, the way she's presenting it, there's nothing to pay. Am I right, Bill? Did I say that?
Well, there's other costs that aren't listed in there. I was discussing that with Brian. In there, we have to provide electricity and water. So our crews will have to go in there and dig a line and run a line from the box to the site. So, and we have to pay for all the electricity they use, all the water. So that's not in there. We have to pay for all the materials. Brian says it shouldn't cost too much, but it's taking guys off the line and doing other stuff, and it's a terrible predicament.
Oh, I understand.
It's controlled by the historic department, or the DOT and the New York State, and just, we have to deal with it.
Who originally figured all this stuff out?
Well, it just goes back years. I mean,
I mean, the estimates.
it goes back years, and there were delays on the state, and I mean, it's just a huge project, and I don't think we were ready for it.
I don't think we'd ever gotten anything done if they hadn't got the stimulus money. Am I right, Ben?
No,
We wouldn't have done nothing.
wouldn't have done nothing at all.
Exactly.
It just got out of hand.
Got out of hand.
It's too big
And
a
your
project.
engineering and your architect, they 300 and some thousand of it. Right off quick.
And then they told us that wasn't enough, they needed more.
If the bids come in over $775,000, you're gonna have to scratch it. That's all we can do.
And that's where that comes in. We've already spent the 164 and some change.
Yeah, we've already spent our share
That's
of
got,
money.
we gotta find that money and give it back to the state, because they're gonna want it back.
I don't know if they will or not. We've put a lot of work into this, and we're gonna be doing a lot of work,
They're
so
pretty strict with those grants.
I'm not saying that they won't, but hopefully they'll,
And it doesn't go away then.
Yeah.
We're still stuck with a building that
Yeah.
has toxic, according to the state, toxic chemicals and stuff in there.
Yeah, and we own it now.
That's right.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away.
So,
One other thing is, I think you should just consider the state dock. I think you better put a light out at the end of the dock or something. If somebody boat comes in there and hits that, we're liable.
yeah, we are.
And that's all I can see is a bunch of trees out there and it doesn't look very nice.
No, they don't.
But I mean, we should have some, used to have a light out there.
Yes, you did, I remember
The
that.
state did.
That was back in the
That was,
seventies.
that was years ago though.
Right.
Well, hey, I've been
But then the
around.
pool's been down there for a long time.
Well,
It's been falling down there for a
it
long time.
was,
that
it was
pool.
there when I got here.
Yeah. It's down for a long time though.
Well, I've been here 46 years.
We're playing with that thing,
Yeah, me
Bob.
too.
I've asked a couple people that do a lot of diving, recreational diving, they're gonna go down there and take a video of that thing, see what it looks like. And then from there, we're gonna see what we can do with that.
I already
But
got
the
some
light,
pictures of it if you wanna see some.
I actually need to see, like, pictures would work too, but if you gotta, swim along the video, see how those caissons have collapsed and what's going on there.
I
You
went
gotta
down there,
have
it's
to
still
consider
pretty
something
safe.
about boat safety or something.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You know, if somebody, one of these nuts comes and crashes into it,
Supposedly it's on the voting charts. But somebody
oh
told me
yeah,
the border
that's
patrol.
been there
said it's-
forever.
Well, if it's on the
are we
chart,
covered by that way?
are we covered if you've got insurance, Bob, and something happens, you know, I mean, you know?
Yeah,
Who pays for the people that run into the breakwater?
Yeah, voters have insurance too. I
I
mean,
don't know.
Well, there's a lot of people that try to run over the breakwater, and they got a light out there.
You got a light?
Yeah,
We don't have anything,
well,
right Ben?
well, we don't have to pay it, eh? I think it's ridiculous to put a light out.
All right, all right. I just observed something, and I like to ask questions.
We can look into it, Bob.
Huh?
We can look into it,
we could, yeah, get a solar powered light, we probably have one somewhere.
or caution one.
That's all.
Sue?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Sue, go ahead.
Never mind, forget it. I'll do it later.
Jimmy didn't write it down?
Senior moment.
I have them all,
What are we doing with the big generator?
Big generator. Brian's waiting for them to make up their mind and see if they got any money. And if they ain't by the end of July, it's gonna be right here. Cause this will be the fallout shelter, probably end up being for people if something major happens in the village, am I right, Brian?
Yes.
And we'll have power to run this whole place.
Yeah, we got showers.
We can't send it back, so we got showers and everything else here, so it'll run the whole building. I don't believe they're gonna come up with the money, but we don't know that.
who comes up with the money?
They don't fit up there, the
Senior
Senior
housing.
housing.
It's quite expensive to hook that up.
Oh.
They gotta rewrite, or reroute all the wiring and the meters and the.
And Bob, where did you say them wells were?
You know where the old skating rink was?
No, I don't,
Right
Which
there,
one?
Brian
west,
knows.
oh yeah, west of the elementary school.
Yeah.
Is before Ayers parking lot.
the big one, okay.
Right there,
It's between the ball field and the parking lot in the back.
Yep,
Is that right there?
and that goes right over to building 5. Underground. When we built building 12, we had 5 pumps going 24 hours a day. These are huge industrial pumps, just to keep the water out so they could get concrete.
I see, that's what, we're gonna go, we wanna go, if we get this all done, with wells for our drinking water.
Yeah, and that's school property.
Yep, that's school property.
That is school property.
Okay. That's what we're basically looking at right
We
now.
could-
I don't know if the water's still any good or not. I
Well,
don't-
we tried, even the below zero weather, it was constant, we could not freeze the ice because of the water, springs.
Mhm. That's good to know.
Okay?
We have some in the back too?
Pardon me?
On Ayers property, they tried 3.
Well, that's what I'm saying, we
That
had,
was 2,000 feet down, and that's when I was mayor. And the treasurer of American Home got mad at me because we had to raise the water rate. And that's why they built the wells, dug the wells, they all come up dry. Thank God. Because we would have had a legal issue.
Yeah. All right, that's good to know. Okay, anybody, Sue, you thought what your moment was?
No, I'll get it later. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. All right.
But I honest to God, if somebody really look into it, that, I think it's gotta be.
Well, that's what I'd like to have the new water plant right beside the tower. You know, water's pumped right from the wells right into the tank, right from there, instead of having it down here on the lake and stuff. We're gonna have sooner or later get off the lake, because there's so much crap going into the lake, you know.
But this plant went online in 1968.
Yeah, plants are getting really old. The boys are doing a good job taking care of it. I mean, they do an excellent job of taking care of that.
Within the next 3 to 5 years, we're gonna have somebody ready, Grant, we're gonna have to build a new water plant.
This is gonna take, this project we're on right now it's gonna take 3 to 5 years to do that.
What are the rates gonna be then? We don't know.
We don't know.
You know
They're
that.
supposed to be cheaper after we're done, so. That's that. Hopefully it does go through, because like I say, sooner or later, we're gonna have to get off that lake. And I wanna, everybody's hollering about hard water. Well, there must be something out there that we can,
Well,
a humongous water
So you're gonna
softener
keep the water
somewhere,
plant for-
you know?
fire protection?
So
you're gonna keep the water plant for fire protection?
we could do that, but. And
Well,
wells.
it's all hooked into the hydrant system.
at least
Yeah.
just the pumps, you
Yeah.
don't need to purify it.
Well, no.
No, I didn't purify anything.
That would help a lot
Yes.
too, that less water.
Yeah.
So-
That'll pay, this new setup, if it ever takes place, will be a good saver for the village
That's
too,
if we don't
because you're not buying all your chemicals.
That's if we don't lay new pipe. If we don't lay new pipe everywhere, we have to keep the system, and we can't use it for fire.
I just wanna give you a little advice. Don't ever think of having water meters and go to Ross's Point. They'll run you out of town on the rail, okay?
The DEC says you have to have them, so you do whatever you want there.
Any grant funding that comes in
Well,
goes with the water meter.
that's the town, not the village.
That is the village.
We're not gonna pay any money on that.
It doesn't make any difference. If you're gonna have water, the DEC says you have to have meters
Yeah.
for conservation.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Well, we won't care, you'll be dead.
Oh,
I'm just kidding, John.
very nice.
Alrighty, anybody else? Nothing else, we'll make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Recess.
Recess, because we're going in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Recess.
Motion to recess. Okay. Take a 5-minute
It's an
break.
electric issue. Are you gonna stay behind it? Did you all vote on that?
Oh.
Did you all vote on that? Recess. All aye?
Dr. Lay, look at that.
Aye.
Yeah, Reggie's in there and
Take very long.
your brother.
He said, I'll hold it with you.